conversation. And second of all, I'll do whatever it takes to get you the best help in the world. You got it.
Oh man, so that's a crazy interaction where a fan switched up on Drake and then supported Kendrick Lamar in return. And she put in the caption of her video, "Karma's my boyfriend, not like us, Toronto, night 2 felt surreal." So we're gonna come back to the details with her explaining why she switched sides, but for the past year or so, people have wondered, why Drake? Good guy Drake, the man who shows everyone love, who helps people's careers, who changed his fans' lives. Why would all of these people be attacking this stand-up guy all at once? See, Kendrick Lamar's diss on Like That made everybody who was probably scared before feel comfortable to take their shots at Drake. It was like when Craig knocked out Debo, then Lil Soft Ass Red came to get his lick in and finally took his chain and his bite back. But many people thought it was safe to assume that although Drake seems to be a very nice guy on the surface, there has to be some things going on behind the scenes that's turning all these former friends into enemies. Now, some of us heard about a situation with Metro Boomin and why they fell out, and it comes from Drake disrespecting Metro while he was grieving his mother's passing. And Drake allegedly saying he don't give a damn, he just wanted some beats ASAP. But here we are in real time and we seeing some situations that may give us an idea of how Drake may be moving behind the scenes, you know? Now in this situation with his politician, it was him, Drake, who leaked his DMs after the man who Lil Yachty said wasn't fazed by this beef, called this politician a goof for popping up at Kendrick Lamar's show in Toronto. Now, as I said before, this guy did receive some support during his campaign run by 40, Drake's engineer and producer. So understandably, Drake wants some blind support. So after getting pressure, dude finally responded and apologized to Drake by saying this right here. So once again, dude was seen having a swell time at the show, just big vibing while Kendrick Lamar was going in on Drizzy. But he says, "I went for SZA, not Kendrick. I was born in the city, I love this city, but real talk, I get it, I shouldn't have gone at all. OVO and Drake lifted up the city in Canada. For me, it'll always be Drake over Kendrick." Yeah, alright, dude can talk all that he wants, but he simply just wanted to be in the spot and experience that moment, dawg. He wanted to witness history. He didn't give a damn about Drake's personal feelings in the time, and he did exactly what he wanted to do in that moment. And now that moment has passed, and now he has to go back to bowing down to Drake because he lives in Toronto. But deep down, there's a reason why he was compelled to attend a show where the man you claim to love is being called a pedo by 50,000 people in y'all city, your land, your town, your country. But let that marinate as we speak about a fan who was in attendance during the second night of Kendrick Lamar's stop in Toronto.
First of all, maybe y'all can have a conversation. And second of all, I'll do whatever it takes to get you the best help in the world. You got it.
Okay, so the story behind this is Drake has a thing where he finds fans in the crowd and shows love by promising them money to help them with hardships. Now, this lady in particular had a sign that says that she recently found out that she has MS, multiple sclerosis. Drake's right-hand man, 40, also suffers from that disease, so that compelled Drake to say that he would help with her treatment. As you can see in this comment right here on the TikTok, this person says, "What did Drake say?" She responded, "He offers to get me the best help in the world in 2023 in Toronto, and after reading my sign that I said I just found out about having MS, looked into my eyes, promised me and gave me his word." But after that viral moment and brief correspondence with Drake's team, the young lady said she was eventually blocked and had to figure out things on her own after receiving that promise from Drake. Now, she had a few more comments where she explained the situation to some people. This person says, "Context," she says, "His team expected me to get my own best help in the world and somehow send the bills." She goes a little bit more in depth here, saying, "It's been a blur to be honest with you, but his tour manager had me jumping through hoops, telling me what I wanted to hear, had me send medical docs, etc. The last message he sent this past November was about me getting better help and having a meeting about doing something about this, going as far as apologizing for the misunderstanding. I went looking for an update in January and I was blocked. I was so mind blown, especially because I was nothing but patient and kept faith. I'm trying to keep a long story short, but honestly, I found out the hard way that they really aren't like us." This person says, "I knew all was for a show because I never saw any follow-up since he started doing this at his concerts. I'm really sorry you had to go through this." She says, "I would have never shut up if he helped me in any single way. You are so right with this one. I think he kept his word with a lot of people on tour because he was handing out cash, but when it came to this, his team really dropped the ball. Thank you so much for supporting and understanding." But the young lady decided to go ahead and summarize things in a video, man. See what she had to say about her experience right here.
To start, I was filming this video of me speaking and my eyes just aren't cooperating with me today, so I thought it would be better to just get it out there this way. My name is Stephanie. If you're here, you are probably here because of the video I previously posted. My memory sucks, so bear with me. I'll try to keep the story as in line as possible. To start, October 2023, I went to a concert. My sign said, "I just found out I have MS. Will you help make my night?" The man literally could have thrown me a t-shirt, like his sweat thing. Like, he could have thrown me anything and I would have cried. Talked about it for my whole life. Would have been ecstatic. But instead, he made me some promises. And one of them you've seen in the video. He made a couple, and I'm not gonna lie, he did keep up with a few of them. I did get connected with 40. He's a great man. He's also Drake's best friend, so I've tried to reach out to him about this. I've vented to him about this, and all he's really, like, he can be there for me, but he is Drake's best friend, so he can only do so much that way. I did get to go to the concert the next night. He did keep his word on that one. But when it comes to getting me help, it has been nothing but heartbreak. It started with him, like, just asking for information. I spent the first, 6 months updating him on me getting diagnosed, and he then, reached out to me about treatments and stuff like that, and we talked. I told him what I was trying to do, what I was trying to get covered. He let me know, because I didn't have any other option. There was no other help available, so I was just kind of going with the Ontario flow. At one point in time, he did tell me, because I told him my medication isn't covered, but I'm working on getting it covered. I had no other option. He let me know, if it doesn't get covered, we'll pay it for 20 years. I was so grateful for that. I worked so hard to get it covered. I was keeping him in the loop. I updated him, was sending him medical documents. He had let me know at one point, we have the best doctors in the world for 40. The medication you're trying to get covered might not even be the medication you end up taking. We're going to take your medical documents and send them to 40's doctors. And they could have a whole different, better, crazier treatment plan for you, right? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was just so, and good thing I didn't take anybody's word on covering things, because I did end up blocked. So we could have, paid for it once, and then I'm in the government's eyes, I'm expected to keep paying for this. When I went to reach out a few months later, he pretty much was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, I explained everything that he had previously promised, and he was like, his response to that was, "I'm sorry, Stephanie, I've had a lot of deaths in my family. I've been going through a lot." Just kind of, dodging everything. And I'm not saying that he wasn't going through things or didn't have his own stuff going on, but at the same time, this is your job, and I'm heartbroken. I kept him updated, telling him, this is making me sad. This is already a tough time for me to go through this. That's when he texted me and said, "I'm sorry that you haven't been looked after. We're going to get you some better help. We're going to have a meeting about this tomorrow." And I texted back, just thank you. Waited a few weeks, texted something else, and then ended up being blocked. So, and how I know I was blocked, I just took another iPhone, and sent a quick little "hey," and went through, no problem, delivered. So that was a tough day for me, finding out it was over. Sorry, my memory, it slips, but at one point he did, it pretty much admitted to me, "I don't even know, for the last 6 months you've been updating me, I don't even know who, what, where, when, how." I had to send him the video for him to review it again, so he could see why my hopes were high and my hopes were up. And not because I felt entitled or like I deserved it, but because I really didn't feel like my idol of almost 15 years would look in my eyes and lie to me. If you've listened to all of this, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, so if all that is true, that's foul, bruh. You can't play with someone's health like that and then give them false hope. It's either you're in or you're out, bruh. You have to make it clear. Don't string someone along like you're deciding on a date or some shit. This is her livelihood that you're holding in purgatory. But the thing is, Drake already received the viral moment from making a promise on stage, and he's gotten a love, he's gotten a PR. And who would think that this girl's story would actually go viral? But man, I'm hoping this is the misunderstanding, because it would suck that this is true, and it only makes me wonder if he followed through with the other promises he's made to fans on tour. But the girl did say all he had to do was hand out cash to most people. In her situation, he promised to get her the best help. So that is something that calls for long-term maintenance. But you gotta watch what you say to people, man, especially someone who's looking at someone that they love, like a celebrity on that level, and he made that type of promise. Like, yeah, you can't do that. You gotta watch what you say. But hey, at this point, it is what it is. She done got the help she need, and she switched sides over to Kendrick Lamar, and like, you know, she going in on that boy. But hey, if this is any type of indicator of how Drake moving behind the scenes, it makes some sense why all his peers will switch up on him, you know? Even if it's team that made a mistake, your team is a reflection of you. And once again, a lot of mistakes like this could have been made with other people that he's dealt with in the industry that had all them kicking that boy back in. But hey though, y'all gotta let me know what you gotta say about this in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.